Alright, here we are, sports of the day, half number 2, Los Angeles versus Philadelphia. I'm feeling kind of like surprise onside right here. I don't know why I'm so far back. Wow. I'm 30, okay. Huh.
They're going to try to grab the onside kick.
Whoa. I forgot that NFL kickers kicked from this far back then. Anyway, I don't really know how to do this properly, so yeah, just but don't and Shao there picked it up. He did hit him off the foot, so if things had gone well. If you haven't noticed, I am desperate because I've seen, you know, I've played with this team for 6 weeks now, and this will be week number 7, and I know that I'm not very adept at scoring points with these teams, but I am good at getting sacks there. Strahan falls right into it. So that's good. That is definitely a start. And a strong beginning, as anyone who has played Power Stone 2 knows, a strong beginning may lead to a perfect ending. In the case of this one. I didn't write down any topics, much less 5. God damn it. Who was that? Number 90. We get an offsides penalty called on us? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. So, any goodwill? Okay, we went from a 7-yard loss to a 2-yard loss, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things might change a lot. They get a big run here, for instance. Hey, they did not get a big run there. For instance. That is good. We are definitely making progress in Los Angeles. So the NBA playoffs have started. Only watched a little bit of it because I also, my TV's coaxial, like, cable thing fell. Oh, what the hell? James Thrash just destroying me today. Getting past, like, James Thrash wasn't ever good. He was like, okay, maybe a decent player. I mean, he had a step. There's basically nothing I could have done with Jason Sehorn there to stop that, to stop the forward progress of James Thrash. Maybe short of not onside kicking the ball minutes ago. That was, I don't know how that wasn't roughing the kicker. Hey, who cares? Right now, I'm just gonna. We're gonna play stupid football now because we got what 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the game. I just got to make anything happen. And on the arms and legs of Michael Vick, I will see what I can do. First of all, see if I can get anything to happen here on the return. The coverage team's been okay. So for what that's worth, I think I only got it up to the 20. No, I got it to the 25. That's good. So we're just going to run a spread here. Just see what we can do. At the same time, I will run around in the backfield and see if I can get anybody open. And I'll just get sacked because by Hugh Douglas. That's an insult. Sorry, if you're watching. I wouldn't be surprised if Hugh Douglas was. He kind of seems like if there's one NFL player I would guess would be like. I don't want to see if anybody's insulted me on Madden 2002. It would be him. Come on. And here we are. Just keeping it going. I'm doing a terrible job, but I mean, if you watch either of these videos, I'm 0 for 4 on 3rd down. I got just everything against me going here. No reason to expect me to succeed here. Just go. Oh, that's gonna overthrow him anyway. Damn. So now I got a punt. And what did I even step out on the field for if I was gonna punt? This has been an absolutely dismal performance. 4th and 20. Blaze it. I feel stupid just saying that. Actually, no, I feel like a comedic genius after saying that. Okay, so I'm hoping he fumbles. Nope. Alright. Thought he would. Sometimes you get him. And, so I don't know what I'm going to do to increase to stop James Thrash here. And maybe if I just get to Donovan McNabb first. So I thought I had a pretty damn good cornerback in Jason Sehorn, but I guess not. Todd Pinkston tearing up my defense. These guys were terrible. People call him Todd Stinkston. And James Trash. I mean, they were the guys. He's 8 for 8, Donovan McNabb. That piece of shit. I'm sorry, Donovan. Of course. Again. Wow. Maybe that. Well, it's 30-0 here on Sports of the Day. Feeling a little bad about myself. So, what do I even do now? Hope. Pray. Well, my personal favorite episode of Sports of the Day, it is also probably just logistically, or I don't know why I said logistically, but like, if you looked at the video and you say, okay, what makes a good video? You would look at the episode I'm about to reference and think, okay, well, that's terrible. Why would he even like that? It's because it's one of my favorite games that I played was on when I was doing Trophy Hunt back, I think in November, back when I didn't have HoPod. I was still using the Dazzle, still recording with OBS, and I still do record with OBS from time to time if I ever stream. But it was a game between, it was called the Old Oaken Comeback. It was a pretty bad video because my microphone, I didn't realize it, but my microphone had been, on its last legs. Alright, I thought it would come out. And it was really bad. There was static the whole video, like, through the audio, and to make things worse, somebody just started vacuuming in the hallway during the middle of the video. So I'm like trying to record this video and also stopping in the middle because somebody vacuums, and so I just turned the mic off. Gosh, okay. Starting to sound like Donald Duck here. Once everything I say becomes intelligible, that's how you know it's been a bad day. Gosh, we have, once I'm starting to say gosh, that's also a bad thing. We have been very bad today. Okay, I just don't know what to say anymore. Ah, God, I mean, this is just domination. We are not even done, and McNabb has still not thrown an incomplete pass. Oh. Flag on that. See, that was out of anger.
The receiver needs to be given space to catch the ball.
Because really, this is, I mean, that's pretty accurate, actually. I don't know why I did that. I mean, that was purely like a child throwing a tantrum right there. I'm sorry. Really not. Like, this is a video game. I'm not going to apologize for anything I do. 10 of 10 for 202 yards with 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Donovan McNabb apparently has transcended his own plane of existence and is the god of quarterbacks today. Anyway, the best episode of Sports Today I think I ever recorded because purely of entertainment value, because there are points where I turn off my mic because there's vacuums in the hall, and I put on, I think it's King of the Beat by Aphrodite, which is a drum and bass song from the late 90s. And so that's just playing, and then the score is like 14-0 with 1 minute and a half left to play, Purdue and Indiana. And I end up like scoring an 80-yard touchdown. Right now I just want him to throw an incompletion. This is why you gotta go hard. Goal line formation from the 11-yard line, that's generally a good idea. But I throw like an 80-yard touchdown, followed by the only, I think, successful onside kick in the history of video games, at least from that era, followed by another long touchdown, that one probably about 40 followed by Indiana running 3 plays, going 3 and out. Like, so by this point, in I think a span of maybe 30 seconds, I had tied the game up, and I was like, all right, overtime. And then Indiana somehow goes 3 and out and calls a timeout after their 3rd down play. Even though if they had just held on to it and punted, I would have, you know, called a timeout. It would have ended up basically costing me the game. And so it goes down to where I have like one last shot at a field goal, running down, you know, 20-yard line or so. It's an easy field goal. I just don't have the time for it unless I were to call a timeout. So like all of these different things happened that led to me somehow coming back from 14 points down and completing the comeback in a minute and a half. And this video is not on this page, it's on the other one, the dailies page, you know, the non-serious videos page, which is just Ristar200, RASTAR200. It's buried pretty far back there, because I would put the episodes, like when I was starting out with this, if I was not proud of an episode, because I mean, I was trying to figure this out. I've been doing Sports Today for about almost 2 years now that I think of it. Just on and off. It wasn't really until this year, the beginning of 2015, that I actually started doing it pretty consistently. Even though, I mean, I did it a couple times at the end of last year, too. But it's like the 2nd time we've had somebody just run right into the holder. Alright, so we got 5 touchdowns, 4 minutes. I believe in myself. This will be the greatest comeback of all time, and I will switch this recording over to Heidi, and we can just assume I won the game. Really what happened was Tiki fumbled on the 2nd drive of the game and set him up. I don't think I've gone back to him since. Rightfully so. I mean, there's nothing I can do, basically. So down by 34. Down by 34. Good job on the throw there. He wasn't covered too poorly. I mean, that probably would have been a completion if I had just gotten the ball to him. Didn't happen. Cannot coach with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot play with him. Cannot do it. Dixon, there we go. The return man. Making the catch. We got what appears to be a screen set here for Hillard, but I don't care. I will be just going straight downfield to Toomer and just hoping he gets that. No, he doesn't. What a surprise. A drop, are you kidding me? Okay, we could punt, we could do that. What Z does, Z calls a timeout. Don't really care though, didn't need to. Doesn't matter in the end anyway. This is all just going to pass us by. So I'm going to go ahead and give Toomer the safety went. Oh shit. Ah, come on. That's my disappointed noise. I would like to score a point. And I know I had chances to score a point at some point. You know what, in the end, 34-3 doesn't look as bad as 34-0, but... Oh, good. Alright. I was trying to... okay. Didn't order in from the general. Says, no, just go for it. Who cares? You're all fired tomorrow. You're all getting traded. I'm gonna buy treadmills or something. I don't know. Some angry motivational tactic. What's it called when you add something? It's like positive punishment. That's right. So we're gonna add the weight of you're gonna find or something. I'll be Tom Coughlin over here. Yeah, block him. Okay, there you go, Mike. And Mike Vick's gonna go ahead and run. So that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. Did that go out of bounds, or did that? That did not go out of bounds apparently. So I'm going to go to Toomer in the end zone. I know it seems like I'm throwing a lot of Oh, good. Oh, good. I know it seems like I'm throwing a lot of go routes, but that's because I'm desperate, and because the go routes in the last video worked.
That was a great pick.
Didn't work today against apparently a worse team. Even the Eagles, I mean, they did have a lot of stars on that chart at the beginning of the game. They were like the golden star chart for NFL teams. It said the Eagles were proficient in many categories: running, blocking, passing, reading, history, letting the class pet hamster out the ball. I don't know what I'm talking about. NBA playoffs are going on. That's good. Who doesn't like those NBA playoffs? I'll tell you who. The citizens of Toronto, who got swept, as well as the citizens of Boston, who got swept. I yearn for the days of 2008, where even a terrible team could take on a 1 seed to 7 games, because apparently that was how good home court advantage was. Because I swear that entire first round, every game went to 7, or every series went to 7, except for like the Magic. I remember the Hawks took the Celtics to 7 games. It was like Mike Bibby, the Atlanta Hawks. Mike Bibby apparently not inclined to tip at restaurants ever. 4th down, 3rd and 4. I think Mike Vick, or whatever his name is on the other team, Landon Donovan, who cares, has still yet to throw an incompletion. That is mission number 1. Mission Alpha. Mission Bravo is get the ball back. Mission Charlie is score. Well, that's not happening. Those NBA playoffs sure are happening. So are the NHL playoffs. I sure have almost tried to pay attention to that. I mentioned something about how my coaxial cable fell out, but I did rescue a Roku box from my parents' house. And I now have that here. So I can watch, theoretically, the NBA playoffs. If I can't, well then, shit, that's too bad, isn't it? Well, whatever happens, happens. The rest of this game. These are offsides. Yep. Michael Strahan is currently a TV host.
Give the offense some free yardage.
That's a disappointing play by the
apparently is damn good at it.
The coach will work his team hard this
So
week.
you know what? I'm happy for you.
1st and 5.
Unfortunately, he's going to, for the rest of his entire life, going to bear the burden of the fact that Brett Favre kind of laid down on his 22nd and a half sack. Which I think still counts, because he would have had it if Favre had stood up anyway. Favre was just like, I don't want to get hit. And he just was like, okay, I'll go down. It was out of a fear, I guess. They were friends, to be fair. But
Just over a minute still to go.
I got a dispute happening in the hallway. This has been a very depressing and fast second quarter. 2nd and 1. Strahan still. I don't think I've had I got a sack on him actually today, so to be fair. We're still running out of time. Gotta get good. Martin's getting catches, touches. Who cares? We are past the point of no return on the play clock. They will most likely just let it run down. I have a headache, and I'm sad. And I'm Joe Bush. Thank you for watching the Sports of the Day. Please don't make fun of me too much in the comments, but you absolutely have the right to, because if I lose 34-0 in a game of Madden 2002, I have every right to be made fun of. I don't think I've won. I've lost 2 games, I think, by 20 points or more, and lost 1 game by 2 points in overtime. So it all depends. Luck of the draw, however the balls fall, whatever. James Thrash was the player of the game. I don't know if you saw that there for a brief moment. That was depressing. So, see you next time.